First of all, I did record this episode, and guess what happened? My mic that I usually use is broken, so I have to get a new one. So we're back to the first podcast mic that I have. And so if the audio is not as good, I'm sorry, but I really wanted to record an episode while I could. And I also hate how this looks, like how I'm holding this. I look like a dweeb. Like I just hate how it looks a lot. Like it's stupid. But I need to be positive because I haven't talked to you in so long and I'm really excited. Even though I already recorded this episode once, I'm going to record it again because I want to talk to you. Hello and welcome back to the Dysfunctional Podcast. It's been a while, and that is because I just started my freshman year of college. And in high school, I didn't really take like super hard classes, so the workload is just something I'm definitely not used to. So I've been super busy and like genuinely just haven't had time to record, which makes me sad because I love doing this. But yeah, I just haven't had time. So moving forward, I'm gonna try and get as many episodes out as possible because I love doing this. So getting into today's topic, today we're going to be talking about something that all of us go through, and that is change. Like I just said, I just started my freshman year of college, so I feel like this is a pretty appropriate topic to discuss. Today we're going to be discussing different types of change, how change can affect different types of people, and how to adjust to change, as well as the changes that are happening in my life. So first we're going to start with the different types of change. So the first one I'm going to be talking about is developmental change. An example of this is just like growing up and what comes along with that. This is just a natural thing. Everyone goes through it. Everyone has to grow up, which is kind of sad, but also it's good. It's just scary. I'm now having to have actual responsibilities, which isn't fun in some aspects, but it's good because I learn from it. So, yeah. Overall, this just provides growth and makes you the person that you're meant to be. The next type of change I'm going to be talking about is unplanned change. I feel like this type of change is probably the most anxiety-inducing. I don't really think this type needs much of an explanation. I just think that this is one that can just really set someone off balance, which rightfully so. Some examples can be having a falling out with a friend or moving away unexpectedly. The next type of change I'm going to be talking about is environmental change. This could be just maybe you move to a new country and you learn more about the cultural norms in certain places and have to adjust those. I feel like certain people can thrive off this, and then this can be challenging for other people. The next type of change I'm going to be talking about is structural change. I feel like this can be more challenging for like type A people. I'm not super type A, but I like to know like what I'm doing in the day. An example could be like taking up a new hobby that affects when you get other things done, and this can just really mess up your schedule, which I would be bothered by. Okay, I figured out how to take the mic off the stand, so now this is a lot better. It just looks weird. I don't like it. But I don't want to spend money on a new mic. Okay, this is not related. That was really random, but this is better now. So anyway, this can change your schedule and be really frustrating. The last type of change I'm going to be talking about is continuous change. I feel like this one's one of the most frustrating ones, just because you feel like you've adjusted to one change that's happened in your life, and then another change happens, and then another change happens, and then it's hard to adjust to it all. It's like you feel like you're pretty comfortable with the changes happen, and then something else happens, and then it's just a continuous cycle. And I'm not someone who hates change, but I feel like this would be something that's super frustrating for me. Now we're going to be talking about how change can affect different types of people. So for this part, I did some research, and according to an article called The Human Side of Change, it says change can elicit a wide range of emotions. It can bring feelings of excitement and anticipation for what lies ahead. However, it can also trigger fear, anxiety, and uncertainty. I feel like the way a person handles change depends on the type of person they are and the type of change that they're experiencing, because obviously certain types of change can be easier to deal with than others. It really just depends on the scenario. I feel like people who are comfortable stepping out of their comfort zones will adjust to change faster than people who aren't. I can say firsthand that environmental change can be super challenging, just because I hate stepping out of my comfort zone. And that's something I've been trying to work on, but haven't really gotten that far. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to give myself grace, but then I'm also trying to hold myself accountable. But I don't know, it's just really hard. Now I'm going to be talking about how to adjust to change. I feel like the best advice that I can give is just be kind to yourself, and just realizing that you're not going to have it all figured out immediately, and you're not going to adjust immediately. And maybe you do, and if so, good for you, but also it's okay if you're uncomfortable. Feeling uncomfortable is normal, but just realize that eventually you are going to adjust, and that adjustment might take more time, and that's okay. Just realizing that all of the feelings you're feeling are normal. My next piece of advice is that if it's not unplanned change, then try your best to prepare. You can prepare in many ways, but just trying to process and realize that a certain type of change is going to happen can be really helpful, because inevitably you're gonna have to deal with it, and blocking it out is just gonna make it even harder to deal with when that change does come. I can say personally that it's better to think about it than for it to just block it out and then it just hits you all at once. Like, my friend Carly came and visited a couple weeks ago, and that was great, but she is leaving until, I think she'll be back in like March. So I won't see her for a while. That was like the last time I saw her. So when she left, I hadn't really processed that. I had just been blocking it out because it made me sad. And I like just had such a hard time with it because I wasn't dealing with it, I guess. So yeah, like, I'm really not trying to make this depressing, but if you are going to college soon, just like realizing that these people that you go to school with every day, like, most likely you're not going to see all of them every day. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like if I realized that sooner, it would have been super helpful for me, but I don't know. The last thing I'm going to be talking about today is the change that's happening in my life. So, as I've said a million times, I just started my freshman year of college, which is a huge change, but I feel like I'm adjusting pretty well. I wouldn't say I'm homesick. I would say, like, I miss the people at home. I miss my friends. I miss my family, but I really like where I'm at. So, yeah. I think something I didn't realize was how little alone time that you get your first couple years of college. That's definitely been hard for me, just because I literally thrive off of my alone time, where I can just be in silence and be by myself. When I don't get that, I literally turn into someone that you don't want to see. So yeah, that's definitely been an adjustment, but I've been trying to find like a place where I can just be by myself. So yeah, that's one of my goals, I guess. It's also been really good for me to be social. I'm really introverted, so just being surrounded by a bunch of different people has been good. And yeah, I didn't expect where I'm at to be like a super like diverse place, but it actually kind of is. So it's been interesting, like, talking to a bunch of different types of people. I've really enjoyed that when I'm not like hiding and being antisocial. And yeah, my roommates are really sweet, so if you want them on an episode, I can do that for you. Obviously when I get a new mic, I can't talk about it anymore because it's gonna make me upset, but I've had it for I don't even know how long, and it's been a great mic, and it just broke, so I'm really upset about it, but I'm gonna try and get over it. Anyway, I literally should just call this episode My Mic Broke because I've talked about it so much, but it just upsets me. I miss not seeing my loved ones, but I'm excited for the reunion. I just know it's gonna be so good, and I'm so excited for that. Yeah, that basically wraps up my episode. If you just started college, I hope this year goes well for you, and if you're struggling with that change, just know that we're all in this together and that you're going to be okay and you're going to adjust and everything's going to be fine. And don't be afraid to talk to someone if you're really struggling, because maybe they're also struggling too and you guys can help each other. So yeah. And I want you all to know that not all change is bad, even if it seems scary. It's usually good for us. That's all. I'll see you next time I see you. Hopefully soon. Hopefully I'm not too busy because doing this makes me happy. Yeah, I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you soon. Bye! Guys, I always do the mom wave, and it's not okay. I need to work on that. Okay, bye.